relationship with them, either you don't have the kind of programs that are attracting their minds. So what's happening in the streets is more attractive than what's happening in the schools. We have to make school a place where they want to be. And the things that are happening there are so interesting and engaging, they don't want to miss out. I used to say to students, I used to say to teachers, if you suspend a student and the school is impersonal, cold, and nothing's happening,
you don't care.
They're like, yo, I'll go home. I don't need this. Like, why am I here? But if you have something that is dear to them, and then you tell them that you can no longer participate in this thing that is dear to you, then you get a different response. And so it's about knowing the culture, knowing what students are involved in. If I was in a community where it was all church community and there was nothing but gospel choirs, I'd be the gospel choir principal. I'm going to be what they need.
But like I said to you, my question is there a possibility, like even let's say teachers, that there can be like programs to teach teachers to teach these kids this before they even get into the school system? The reason why I'm saying that is because
the college prep programs.
I'm not an educator, so I can't speak. My knowledge is not great at this thing. That's why I'm asking.
Okay.
I'm saying this is like, all right, a teacher is about to become a teacher. Is there some? I don't know what's the steps for a person to become a teacher, but let's just say, all right, Miss Jenkins is going to be a teacher now. This is the curriculum that we want you to teach. Who is that person that tells the teacher or the teacher that's supposed to, the new teacher, this is the curriculum that I want you to start teaching these kids, whether it's urban or anything like that. The reason why I'm saying that also, I guess it's just me, and I get very frustrated a lot of times. I walk on airplanes and different things, and people think I'm automatically a rapper or a basketball player. I'm not tall at all. You understand what I'm saying? But no one never look at me as I'm a lawyer or a doctor. You understand what I'm saying? So me saying that is like, I also, where's it where we teach urban kids that those things, especially a lawyer, like, most of us, a lot of budget go to the lawyer. You understand what I'm saying? It don't make a difference. Even if you're not a criminal, I didn't spend so much on lawyer fees. I've never been a criminal in my life. It's just entertainment lawyer or whatever. Even me working here at Power 105, I had to hire a lawyer to look over my contract. Exactly. My lawyer got paid. A nice chunk of change out of my budget. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So where's those teachings to the urban people too, that all right, it's cool to be to dance and entertain. It's cool whether it's acting or whatever, but where's those I guess them essential jobs? You understand that that we can use, because most of and I'm using lawyer or even a doctor as an example. When we go see a doctor or a lawyer, it's it's a Moskowitz or something like that. Like where's the Walkers? That's what I'm saying. So
Jacksons,
the Jacksons, you understand?
Exactly. And you're absolutely right. I think so. To answer that question about how, it does start with how we prepare and train teachers in these college prep programs, and there's a lot of conversations around that. Like, there's such a disconnect between the teacher training programs and what they're training them to do, and then they get into the reality of on the job. And what they were trained and prepared to do is nothing what they're going to face when they walk in. Because if you're not prepared to deal with the social reality, right, the cultural reality, what our children are dealing with, what they're going to present to you in terms of challenges, then you might have a great approach to teaching, or really something phenomenal, dope to teach them, but you can't get past the way they're coming at you. Then they don't respect you because they think, what does this teacher know about me? And it's just this major gap and disconnect. So I think that in these programs, they need to teach more about the reality of teaching in specifically, Black and brown environments with those kind of children, because they're going to press you. They're all going to press you, and that's the reality. And then also it goes back to two things. One is how the teachers are prepared, but at the very top of the school system, who is leading the instructional agenda for the school system? Because that person can be really creative and innovative in terms of doing the things that you said, putting more about the lawyers, economists, and breaking out into other fields that it's not just about basketball, become a basketball player, become a rapper, become a what have you. In my little small way, I tried to demonstrate that by doing two things. I used what they were into to pull them to where they needed to be. So I didn't negate hip hop or rap or basketball or what have you, but I didn't leave them there. Okay. So by the time they finished with me, like a lot of my former students now work in the music industry, but they work from the perspective of the event planner, the manager, the lawyer. They branched out to do greater things because they were doing a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. A lot of them learned how to really work like 4K cameras and do filming and editing, and so they work on projects. So it was a lane, and it reminds me of a brother who I grew up with. I went to high school and college with him. His name was Ed Woods. Okay. Right? Ed Woods was
he's from Queens.
He's from Queens.
Yeah, no.
Me and him.
Everything that you do is basically from Queens. I'm
play.
I'm just joking with you.
It's the realness, the foundation. If I die, I couldn't choose a better location. But anyway, he was my guy. God bless the dead. He was a strong brother, but he was vitamin E. When we were growing up, and it was a group called the Vitamin Twins. Okay, and he said he had his little stint as a hip hop artist or rapper, but then he figured out, wait a minute, I could make money, live the lifestyle of a rapper, and be an entertainment lawyer and represent the rappers. And what he went on to do was legendary.